I have the strength to accomplish all that I need. Everything that is mine to do.
Jesus goes on to ask with respect to the salt, if the taste is lost, how shall the salt be restored? So this on the surface may seem confusing. If we are all the salt of the earth, how is it that we could, as he puts it, lose its taste? How can the salt that we are, lose its taste or flavor? And what does that even mean? What does that look like? All of us, each one, are made to be the salt of the earth. In potential form, we're that 100%. 100% by our very divine nature. But we have the power of choice, and we can choose to be led by the divine in any given moment, or we can choose to be led by the ego. And we all know when we've gone down that road and fallen that hole. Kind of stinky. The other day at the gym, this guy didn't know gym etiquette. I know he sees this woman, 45, gray hair, not in my best shape. And, I wanted to work in. There was only one of those things you do for the tricep. Ladies, we need a little help with this thing here. So he wasn't letting me work in. He was being quite rude. He said, wait, I have one more set. I said, okay. What was the weight? Because I had already taken the pin out. I said, 142. 142 on triceps is a lot of weight. But anyway, I put it back and I waited. And then he did like 3 sets in a row, and when he was done, he took the thing with him. I'm like, dude, I didn't need the station. I need the little pulley thing to do my tricep. So when I said, I'm just going to work in, and he said, hurry up. Did I mention I'm of Italian descent? What I tell you what I didn't want to do with this guy, and under my breath I said, you hurry up, and he had headphones on. He was quite larger than I, and he had visible scars and tattoos. I didn't want to mess with him, but anyway, I then finished, and I was steaming. I didn't let that go right away. I said, Claude, you got to let this go, because you're going to take it with you. Like I was going to go, talk to the management about gym etiquette. Doesn't he understand the concept of working in, blah, blah, blah. Young kid, whatever. I've been to all these gyms, New York City, we always work in, nobody is, holier than thou, we all, So I was on the treadmill walking, and I said, well, you need to pray for him. You really just need to let this go and pray for him. Do you want to exhibit as the salt in the earth, or do you want to exhibit as the Italian bully from New York? Like, what do you want to do? And I'm telling you, it was hard, because I felt he was wrong. And you know what? He was wrong, but so what? Is that worth my peace? What's worth your peace today? I'm not going to fight this guy. Let him go. I'll probably never see him again. It was an odd time. I went to the gym, it was like 10. But nevertheless, it doesn't serve me. It doesn't get me to the peace I want, to resist not evil, to fight him, even in the name of justified righteousness. So what? You probably think I was right too. It was rude to me. But so what? We let that go. And as long as I am letting that go, I can go back to my salt of the light, and then what do I become? The light of the world. I have an opportunity to let God work. When I don't do that, I close down. I have no opportunity for that. None. So we all have a choice: ego or Christ consciousness. That's the choice we make through all the moments of our lives. Every moment, in the gym, in here. Don't think just because it's a church, right? Things can happen. Do we engage in gossip? Are we in cliques? Or are we welcoming and loving to all the people? Do we judge by how somebody looks? Are we more comfortable with this one or that one? Choices that we make. Choices that we make. Can we see past appearances to the divine essence in everyone? So the answer to the question Jesus posed on how the taste of the salt that has lost its flavor can be restored, as I see it, is by living from a place of expressing the absolute truth, or being conscious of the divine, or engaging God often, or as we are told in the Bible, to pray without ceasing. And how exactly do we achieve this? You know the answer? Through our daily spiritual ritual, prayer and meditation. And by this, we become refocused on God. The things of the Spirit. That's what's really important. All this other stuff comes and goes. It's temporal. The car, the house, the relationship. Sorry to say, but the things of the Spirit are everlasting. All will work out for greater good as we keep the focus on God and our divine essence. All will work out, regardless of what you feel right now. As much as I wanted to, this guy, all worked out. And that's a small little silly example, but it happened recently, so I share it with you. Okay, so now let's look at the light of the world. I'm going to read it again. You are the light of the world. A city set on a hill cannot be hidden, nor do people light a lamp and out it under a basket, but on a stand, and it gives light to all in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good works and give glory to your Father who is in heaven. Okay, metaphysically, light means the very essence of God, the Christ that is within you, your divine essence. A city on a hill, the hill represents our superconscious. So again, the divine essence. Both of these symbols, the light and the hill, can be said to represent our divine nature. In this passage, he's telling us to let that part of us be known to the world. Act not apart from that. Don't act apart from your light. Let your light shine. And I have a song that we're going to sing when this is over that some of you may know. This is the direction he gives us. Show that part of you. Do not hide that part in favor of your personal self or your ego self. The more that we can run or respond to the inner promptings of the divine, the better everything goes, right? No surprise, everybody knows that. That's probably why half of us are here. He's telling us to let our light shine in front of others. This, too, was the example that Jesus set out for ourselves. Isn't it, from the stories that you know? Didn't he live from that place? I mean, he was better at it than anyone. And further, when we let the light shine, let people know it's of God. This is the gift. The God within. And that they, too, were made of this. The same substance, and if they find it attractive, right? Because nobody's going to find it attractive when I'm choking this guy at the gym. I think I could have taken him. The good news is this is something that they can learn about if they're not acquainted with it, or develop more and more for themselves. This is the greatest gift we can give anybody, to let them know God is with you. God lives in you. God loves you. You're not alone. The lonely, the sick, the ones who are in emotional difficulty today, financial difficulty today, you are not alone. You are not alone. And you have a power at your disposal in the realm of divine ideas, the likes of which you can't imagine. What greater words can we tell them? You're not alone. You might be in this room alone, but you're not alone. Whatever we manifest, if those things are attractive or good, then they are surely of God. And if they are, each one of us can develop it. This is why jealousy doesn't work. Right? We don't have to covet what that guy has. If he had the faculty to develop it, and we know the greatest parts of him are of God, we have the same opportunity. We have the same shot. It's important that we don't force it on people, our light, lest they start to head for the hills, and this hill is not the superconscious mind. This hill is like, let me get away from this crazy lady, this Bible thumper. If they find it attractive or helpful, it's something they want, then surely they'll ask us, and we can explain, we can tell them, this comes from our God self, and the good news is, I didn't do anything special. I'm not different than you. The sun comes out. The sun only shines on certain people, right? The good people. Is that how it works? No, the sun shines on all of us alike. Whether we deserve it, don't deserve it, everybody can sunbathe if they go outside. We didn't do anything special. It's the way nature works. This indeed is how God shows up in us and through us. This is the greatest gift we can give to anyone, to show by example how great we all are by design, nothing special I did, and to understand that our lives can be filled with more good, more love, more of everything that is of God, all the important stuff. We are God's vessel. He's the fuel, but in this world he works through his offspring, things of nature. And we are part of that. So today we've been reminded that we are the salt of the earth and the light of the world. What an amazing stock we come from, huh? as we contemplate and meditate on these things, what can trip us up? What can stop us from living an amazing life? What will keep us from this ever-present, ever-ready divine charge to serve others? The divine battery never runs low. Those are so tired, so tired. Well, that's your physical body. But the divine light charges and rages on, always. And the source of supply is always available to us. Again, we step back, just like we did when I said, okay, let's pray, let's take a deep breath, or Cherie says, and let's get into that space where God is. We have that at our disposal anytime. No magic. It's our divine essence, it's our heritage. The only possible thing that can cause a short circuit of this process is if we close down to this power and turn away from it. If we become non-receptive or unreceptive to its process. That's the only thing. But being that this is our divine nature and is always available to us, we are always ready to go. We're always ready to roll. We're always ready for anything that comes our way. You might not believe that right now, but you can choose to believe that, and you can put it to the test, and you can let me know. Okay, so we're going to get up and we're going to sing one heck of a hootenanny song. Thank you all. I love you all. I love being here with you. Let's sing this little light one.